But TSM moving out of characters. You're not going boots, but going Doran's Blade first. Reginald going boots potions. Rainman going regen pendant potions.
Pre-season 1, the main two teams that emerged were Reginald, who led TSM, and then Hotshot, who led CLG. And that was the first big rivalry. Those are the big two teams. We traded a lot of tournaments. One of us would win pretty much all of the tournaments. And that was back in the days of Reggie, TheOddOne, Rainman, Xpecial, and Chaox was on the team then. And they got a gaming house in New York.
I found a house today. Yeah. We're gonna be moving in October 10th.
And that really, to me, is when TSM just completely took over the scene, gained so many fans. They just won all these tournaments, pretty much every tournament in that period, season 2 to season 3, leading up to the LCS. TSM just racked up the wins.
This was IPL4. Thank you so much for coming out.
Let's say at least in NA, we thought we were pretty hot shit.
We're gonna crush everyone!
Scarafeed's mid, better blame Locust.
So far, we haven't been impressed with anyone's play. They're all pretty meh.
I thought that CLG went to Korea and came back and showed us nothing. They got worse.
Yo mama.
We're gonna crush everyone! 2-0! 2-0!
Alright.
And you know what? You guys think I'm a dick, but it's fine. It's the truth.
We thought we were really good at the time because in North America, at least, like, we were pretty dominant. Like, I think for a straight year, no other NA team won a tournament that we were at. So that was pretty good.
For the tournament age of League, back then it was like we're just playing a game for fun. And then it became like, oh, we can stream this and we can make money off streaming. And then it's like, oh, wait. MLG is going to host League of Legends. Holy moly, that's big. The tournaments were always went wrong.
Catch. St. Vicious might be in a bit of trouble here. In the mid lane, a flash going through, but St. Vicious is getting feared and ignited, and he is low and he is dead. Man,
whether it was an audio issue or a rule issue, or if the stream wasn't even up.
Is this an APS rail? I'm getting less.
Even though the setups were whack, like everything was like really scuffed, it was still like, you know, we're living in the moment. You know, this is really happening. Everything was more fresh and there wasn't any like infrastructure. There was no coaches back then, no analysts, like Reggie was your friend, your coworker, and your boss, and your teammate. I mean, it was like he literally hard carried the team back then for all of that stuff.
For me as a young adult, I was really just trying to figure out how to live and just do things in general. It was the first time I've ever moved out, so like just like any other person that was going to college, right, where they're living on their own for the first time if they do happen to move away. I was in a very similar situation, but at the same time too, I was playing League of Legends professionally 12 hours a day while also trying to like run a business, pay for rent, pay for the electricity bill, pay for the internet bill. And you know, it was chaotic, it was fun, and you know, it was also my first time as a person, an individual, to travel the world. So it was just a really amazing experience just to learn in general.
Yeah, I think we first started talking with TSM in 2013, 2014. We actually met Jack at an event when he was working at TSM, and he basically told us that, you know, if you want to work with a team that has the best fan base, you should really think about looking at TSM. We really found what we needed in a relationship: a strong fan base, a strong brand that really aligned with where Logitech wanted to go.
Winning the tournaments were super important, and with Reggie, he made that really easy to follow because he was always the most passionate about winning. And you know, it really made you feel like you weren't wasting your time. Your efforts were being not, you know, put in vain. And so the era was just a lot of fun going with the flow, and everything was a lot more loose and not as strict.
And Leena is with me right here, right across from me. Say hi, Leena.
Hi.
Hi, bros. She's like, what's up, bros? Bay life.
pro players at the time didn't really care about anything other than scrimming and sometimes streaming.
Hi, hello there, and welcome to another Dyrus video log.
So there was this huge gap of like content that could be shot around their daily lives, vlogs. I used to help record them just on my iPhone.
Hi guys, I'm Leena, and I'm here with TSM before their PAX interviews. Special. How do you feel about getting your makeup done?
So excited. Hello.
Like, Adon has like a pimple right here.
We just tried to have fun with everything that we did so that we could create a video out of it. And you know, the ad revenue from those videos actually went towards paying for the TSM house rent.
This is the best room in the house because it's my room.
When you look back on it, you can really see the progression of who I was, who Andy was, a lot of these guys on camera, and how like we all grew up in front of the camera. In season 3, we had a deal with GameSpot, gaming reality TV show, if you will. And, you know, there was this, you know, a few famous moments from that show that still, you know, get referenced today.
This guy's dumb as shit. Like, this guy's pointing a gun with one hand, but I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's not actually looking at where he's aiming, so he'd be the first to go, he'd be dead.
Well, basically, I woke up and Chaox and Dyrus apparently heard what Curse was, like Curse's strategy, because they had a room right next to them and Curse didn't know about it.
What's this? That's the pigs.
They were in the other room planning and they were so loud we just heard everything. And I was just like, okay, we know exactly what they're gonna do.
Looking at my phone and all of a sudden I hear like Origin PC's paying us this much.
Do we want a team
and then I'm like, huh? Oh shit, it's Curse.
Okay, are we looking to take advantage
of our opportunity? Yeah. Are we going to take advantage of the given opportunity?
Okay.
It's not cheating when someone goes.
We can be cursed regardless. Why would we need this?
No, seriously, it's Curse. Is it cheating?
It's Curse. It's a fine line.
Yeah, for real, it's
fine line. Yeah. Tell him. Okay.
And I was adamant, I told Curse, and they were grateful for it.
Yeah, I guess teams were way more tight-knit because how you get into these teams in the first place is by knowing each other through solo queue or being each other's friends. Relationships were super important for that.
I think back then, like, every player knew each other, like, because they sort of just hung out between games and whatnot.
I hated you for a long time, and then I realized there was no point.
At TSM, it was basically, friends hanging out, because we didn't like each other. Like, it'd be really weird living together constantly, because, it wasn't as, I guess, businessy. For us, it was, like, pretty core that we had to work together.
I'm faster for the dollar bill.
Reggie had a weird position, I think. He was more friendly with us, but at the same time, if you're the boss and friendly, it's, like, hard to make certain decisions, because, like, most decisions were really hard for him, because if you're friends with someone and you're the boss and, like, you have to tell them off for something, it's, like, really weird. But I'd say, like, someone had to take the heat for the team, so usually Reggie just figured he'd do it, because might as well. But I understand that he had some hard decisions, I guess, while we were on a team together.
Just that I made this decision. I feel like it's going to be better for me as a player, better for the team. So I'm going to stay quiet.
I guess I go back home, stream for a bit, I don't know, and then work it out with another team, try and get back into the scene, you know. I think I'll be fine, guys. Keep cheering me on, because I'll be back in the scene, stronger than ever. Everything on GameSpot was real, and I think that for a lot of the fans who wanted to watch tournaments, wanted to watch esports, like, they wanted to know more about the most successful team at that time.
My honest opinion was that I was really hesitant, really hesitant to Riot's Season 3's LCS, primarily because, I mean, there's two different perspectives, right? There's my perspective I have now, and there's the perspective I had in the past. And my perspective in the past was that I was really against it. I thought that they didn't know what they were doing. I felt like it was also going to really change the way pros competed, played, practiced. You know, I have to admit, like, turns out that, like, if you look at it from like a long-term perspective, I think that Riot did a great job, and in my opinion, it was really short-sighted, right? I think that what Riot did ended up benefiting everyone. You know, instead of there being like 10 to 15 professional players that could play League of Legends full time, they developed an ecosystem where hundreds of players could you know, devote playing League of Legends as a career, right?
I don't think I thought much of it, actually. I just did what I was told and followed what we had to do. And usually Reggie knew what was best, and we made a lot of money that way. I actually didn't really pay attention to a lot of things back then. The only thing I really focused on was waking up and playing League of Legends. Yeah, I was just so focused on the game. I just told Reggie that I just wanted to win and nothing else mattered.
There it is, TSM in Game 5. Looks to be your North American LCS Spring Champions. They take down the Nexus and the title.
It was just a good time in my life. I thought that after high school, after I worked for my dad in plumbing, I got fired like 3 times. I thought that I was just going to go work at a part-time job or try to go work for a game company and be a janitor or something, or game tester. Streaming was a dream. It didn't occur to me that I had become more of a celebrity type person. I just wanted to make people happy. I had a lot of more genuine feelings back then.
Get up! Just come to the city. This is the last time we're going to get up.
When I started streaming, it was because I wanted to help other people feel the happiness that I felt when I got better at the game, when I had fun. It's like, oh, I got this pentakill, you know? That was sick. These are the tips and tricks of like things I did in my game and how I got better. And then someone else comes up to me. It's like, dude, thanks to watching you and what you told me, I got one too, and I feel great, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of those kinds of moments. When you win a tournament for the first time, it wasn't always about like, you know, the money. It was like, dude, we just won this competition. You know, we're good. We're like one of the best. And it never really occurred to me that I could be someone who was like that, who could like hold up to that standard. Because I was always the kind of person who was fine with second place, and there's a lot more motivation during the time, and it was all really, really, really enjoyable. Like if I were to do the same thing now in some other game, it wouldn't ever be the same, because it's just my youth, basically, and that's what Season 2 and Season 3 was. It's just me being younger and enjoying times more and appreciating them for what they were.
Other than me getting carried in my How to Get Carried 101, if you're upset about me winning IPL and falling asleep all the time and getting caught, you can buy a You Mad Bro shirt at store.solomid.net. Okay, bye.
When I look back on that time, everyone kind of grew up in front of the camera. You have all these kids who came from their parents' house or university or even high school, and this is their first experience living on their own, this first experience trying to grow up, becoming an adult. It was really just a group of guys in their late teens, early 20s getting together, trying to figure out how to live life. And I think that's what made that era so welcoming to a lot of the fans at the time, because I remember just seeing so many high school kids and college kids you know, watching our content, and they're probably going through the same things, you know, going through college, living on their own for the first time. And we laugh at these guys who like don't really know how to live their lives yet, but I'm sure everyone went through it. You know, everyone grows up. It's just your guys's glow up, I guess. It's not caught on camera.
Bring that to a boil first.
Bring a what?
To a boil.
To what?
To a boil. Just add water. Bring it to a boil.
What?
Just boil water first.
I think it's the best feeling in the world when you have a shared mission with a group of people, and then you work really hard, and you go through like trials and tribulations, right? Because we went through a period of time where we just kept losing, and we worked really hard. We put in more time than other teams. We practiced harder. We realized that our roster, maybe we didn't have the best 5 players, but at the end of the day, we put the time, dedication, and really developed that teamwork and synergy to win championships, right? I have to say that was like probably one of the most fun timelines in my life. Just being in the unknown, having fun, and doing what you really love.